Hey stylists, providing feedback works. Please always provide constructive criticism, fill out the surveys, leave comments on Infinity Nikki official account posts. The devs posted a blog this morning called Spilling the Tea, which is hilarious given all the drama lately, and they've addressed some of the concerns the community has had. And not just that, this is the first issue of Spilling the Tea, as they put right there, so they likely have more in store for us. Big disclaimer before we get into it, this isn't me defending the dev team, I am not part of their team, nor am I even affiliated with them in any way. In fact, the reason I haven't accepted my invite to their official creator program is because of some of the things I wouldn't be able to cover if I did agree. I'm still in discussion with them about it, but they don't reply very quickly, and yeah, I just have a lot of concerns about the NDA we have to sign, so that's why I'm a bit like, But anyway, I've just played a lot of games in my time. Some teams are very receptive to feedback and some just ignore it entirely. Some things take a bit longer to resolve and it's unrealistic to think that this blog post is going to cover everything. So let's continue to provide feedback, hold them accountable, but also give them the time and grace to rectify things. They went straight into it with the concern about lacking content right now, which surprised me. We knew version 1.4 was a filler update before the much bigger one with 1.5, and they've given us a sneak peek to what's in store. I'm also very glad that they confirmed the home island isn't coming until summer, so we know now not to expect it. Instead, we'll be getting the dying feature, multiplayer co-op gameplay, which I very much hope is actual co-op and not like inviting your friend to ride the fireworks carriage with you, and of course the brand new location, Serenity Island. They've mentioned a multiplayer map separate to Serenity Island, but I'm reserving my judgment right now because it could be as tiny as the challenge location, so you really have no idea what this other map is going to look like. I'm also looking forward to seeing how they integrate this and whether there's going to be any special considerations towards the visual quality difference between mobile, console, and PC. I'm just hoping they don't try to appease one platform and then it's not so good for the others. Unfortunately, there has been a lot of leaks so far for version 1.5, but the good news is that it does seem like a lot is coming our way, so let's hope that's true. The next point that they address is around abilities not being bound to specific outfits. In the future, they'll be letting Nikki use abilities without the outfit if they meet certain prerequisites. Personally, I don't mind switching ability outfits to use most of the abilities. However, I do wish that I could use some of the whimsicality abilities with other outfits. Really, it just comes down to whimsicality for me. Like, I don't care about the other ones as much. I'll fish with their outfits, it's fine. I hope that is what is intended here. Then we have confirmation that Flutterstorm and Blooming Dreams will be back in versions 1.6 and 1.7 respectively. Very happy for me specifically, who missed out the first time. I will be saving my diamonds now. That is also confirmation that there is a version 1.6 and 1.7. And how do I explain this when it comes to video games? Sometimes they will have 1.5, 1.6, 1.7 and go straight up to 2 with a big update. They might not necessarily do 8, 9. I promise it is actually news that we are getting a 6 and 7. Hey, maybe we might be getting an 8 and 9 as well before 2, and 2 will likely be a big new region or maybe another part of the region we're in, so we could be going to Cadaea, who knows. Either way, 2 should be a huge update compared to the smaller ones. It's going to be interesting to see how they number their versions, and then we can work out more things in the future. Up next is something completely valid, but I don't see it as a huge issue myself. It's the complaint that 5-star outfits are looking more repetitive. The response that they've given just lacks substance and just confirms what we already knew, that we'd be getting a lot more variety as new regions are introduced. It makes sense that the outfits we get while we only have access to Wishfield are a similar theme. We will get variety, we just have to be patient. It's probably also a good time to remind everyone that when it comes to gacha games, like I mentioned, this is my first gacha game, and the overarching comment that everyone gave me, the little bit of advice is, you just can't have everything unless you're, a whale. But you can't have everything, don't expect to roll for everything, and that's fine. I like there being so many similar outfits, so I don't need everything, and I don't have to spend more money. We got a bit more detail about the home update. It sounds like we won't be able to build from scratch, and we will instead have to pick from one of their templates. A bit of a shame because the community is so talented. I would have loved to see what they come up with. But yeah, it's going to be more like decorating in Animal Crossing than playing a full-blown Sims game. Still a very welcome addition nonetheless. Collaborations are coming, obviously no spoilers about who exactly, but some examples of collabs that they've done with Shining Nikki include Neon Genesis Evangelion, Cardcaptor Sakura, Frozen and other Disney princesses, multiple Sanrio characters, Beijing Fashion Week, and a lot more. Here's one of the most recent requests about turning handhelds into separate props that you can wear. They even specifically called out the staff. They know I want the staff. It's in progress. We won, stylists. Now I feel like I have to finish pulling the whole outfit, and that's really it, isn't it? It's a win-win. We get our props, and they get more people spending whatever currencies they have to. I do wish they did address also the data mined probabilities that I've seen floating around social media, just to confirm if they're real or not, because that is something that I feel like they should be transparent about before we even pull from an outfit. Finally, what's next for Nikki? I'm not gonna lie, they didn't need to add this question because that is a lot of words to say not an awful lot. Don't get me wrong, I don't mind the secrecy around future events, regions, outfits, anything that I can get excited about. It's just a funny paragraph that doesn't really say much. Okay, so I think this is a step in the right direction. It's good to hear from the devs, as I think everyone felt a little bit disappointed after the dev share on the 28th of March. At the very least, we know that feedback isn't being ignored, even if there's some larger issues that haven't been addressed yet. In all honesty, and just to be kind of real with you, I haven't been excited to play the Revelry season quests. I will get around to it, but I'm definitely playing the game a bit differently this month, which does actually work better for me as I'm still knee-deep into Monster Hunter Wilds, Assassin's Creed Shadows, and I started a new Hollow Knight playthrough because why not? But I'm looking forward to version 1.5. We've been set expectations that this will be a big one and it will be exciting, lots of new updates, lots of outfits, so let's hope they deliver. Thank you for watching, don't forget to subscribe so you never miss an update, and I'll see you in the next one.